what's up, guys? Thank you for joining me once again. Here's episode 3 of Dear Diary, The Vanished Friend. April 12th, 2020. Dear Diary, it's been 16 terrifying days since our last conversation. I can't believe the Rona got me. I was so careful. I only went to the grocery store. I can't believe after my first 2 tests came back negative, that the third one showed that I actually had the virus. I guess my doc was right after all. This thing is scary. Everything hurts, from my head to my toe. I think even the hair on my head hurts sometimes. Ruby and Cosby been texting me nonstop. I can't believe Ruby's mom also got COVID. I hope she feels better soon. This crap is not easy. I think Death visited me a few times while I was down. Ruby sounds very worried. I think she said to see her mother, she has to travel from one state to another. This thing is ripping families apart. Ruby also recommended some herbs that she thinks I should take. She said that they helped her mother. So I ordered a couple of them today. I hope they come soon though. I talked to Cosby too. She sent me pictures of her girlfriend again. I think it's kind of weird how she keeps sending me pictures of the woman, especially since each picture has either a question or a comment attached to it. She wants to know if I think her girlfriend is hot or if she's beautiful or yada, 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 yada. How her girlfriend look is not my business. I really don't care what the woman looks like. She said her girlfriend is a certified fitness trainer. She teaches at this elite gym in the city where they live. But she's also a personal trainer, working on building her own brand, whatever that means. I think Cosby's girlfriend lives, eat, and breathe fitness. She got Cosby into fitness. That's good and all. We both know that I enjoy working out, but damn, she sounds obsessed with it. Cosby brought up the topic of money today, but then kept saying she didn't want to talk about it. But yet, she kept mentioning it anyway. Her parents own a mansion. I can't believe she grew up in a mansion. She has a movie theater and a full gym in her house. Cosby also mentioned her father works in finance, but her mom is a kept woman. Cosby seemed to want to talk about her trust fund a lot today. She said her grandparents left her and her siblings enough money that they don't have to work for the rest of their lives. But not wanting to be like her family, Cosby is working 2 jobs while going to school. At least she was until this crazy virus thing hit. Cosby wants to start a non-profit organization for underprivileged girls in the city to teach them about their body image, self-esteem, sports, and God knows whatever else. I admire her for that though. Even though she came from money, she acts very down to earth. She said she's using her trust fund to start the organization, which amounts to millions apparently. She's also planning on partnering with her girlfriend's company. Cosby said that right before the country went into lockdown, she and her girlfriend did this event. It was some kind of charity thing where they ended up raising about $500,000 that they donated to an organization for underprivileged girls. Cosby offered to have food delivered to me. That sounds generous, but did she forget that the entire country is on lockdown? Anyway, I'm so glad to be feeling a bit better. Still not strong enough to cook or be up for an entire day yet though. Plus, I wonder when this cough is gonna go away. My throat still feels like sandpaper. Thank goodness we are doing remote learning. I already took 2 weeks off. I want to go back to work either by the end of this week or the start of next week. I think I used up all my sick days and personal days already. I was a bit annoyed with Cosby just before we said goodnight. I can't believe she offered to send me money if I needed it. Who does she think I am to take money from a friend? Anyways, I'm beginning to get tired again, so it's off to Slumberville for me. Stay safe, world. XOXO. April 18th, 2020. Dear Diary, it's been a full week since we chatted. I feel better today than I have in months. Not much hurt anymore. Well, only my chest and throat when I cough. But I'll take that over how I felt for the past month. I turned on the TV earlier to look at the news. Man, it is getting worse out there. I wonder when it's going to end. What's going on at home with Cosby and her family is really upsetting. Cosby is only about 5 feet tall and weighs less than 110 pounds. Today she said her mother told her to stop eating so much and spend more time in the gym. We know that for me, I didn't grow up with, in a family where we had the luxury of eating every day or even multiple times a day. But Cosby said that although her family is wealthy, her mother kept food away from her. She didn't want her to put on weight. She didn't tell me in so many words, but she sounded like she had an eating disorder for a while when she was growing up. I feel bad for that girl. She keeps talking about smoking weed. I'm a little worried that she might be addicted. Again, she had a lot to say about her girlfriend and their relationship. Today she was about her girlfriend being the most beautiful person in the world. I'm happy for her. I want to tell her to stop sending me pictures of her girlfriend though, but I don't want to hurt her feelings. Cosby seems very sensitive and gets upset very easily, but she also told me that her girlfriend had a temper problem. She said that she can't talk to her girlfriend about her parents. Her mom thinks she is too young to be with the woman, while her dad is still trying to find her a husband. She is counting on the days until she's able to return to the city and be with her girlfriend. She calls the woman her whole world. Everyone deserves to feel this kind of love. Well, it's the weekend and I'm heading back to work on Monday, so I'd better get some more rest. Stay safe, world, and don't forget to wear your mask and wash your hands often. Night for now. May 1st, 2020. Dear Diary, these past few weeks have been crazy. I am officially feeling much better. I actually saw my doctor and she said that I am young and healthy, so I should make a full recovery. For a while there, I didn't think I was going to make it. I am so grateful I am still here though. I think of my friends and I know they would really miss me if I was gone. Then there's Ruby. My heart aches for her. I am so happy to have survived this thing. But her mother, my goodness. Her poor mom did not make it. Poor girl is hurting so much. I know I haven't seen my mother in a long time, and I know we're not close, but if she dies, I know I'll miss her. I mean, my mother and I are not close at all and never have been. But we talk once in a while. Sometimes, once a week. Other times we go for months without talking. But I like knowing I could call her and she could call me and we could just, chit chat for a few minutes. I can't even imagine what poor Ruby is going through. I mean, I know how hard it is to lose someone you love. When I lost my great grandma, my whole world fell apart. But I was only 11 then. But I still remember it like it was yesterday. I wish there was something I could do to help lessen the pain Ruby must be feeling. For now, all I can do is offer to be there for her, and to send her positive energy. Like sending strength to her to help her get through such a difficult time. Cosby and her mom got into a big fight today, she told me. Her mom wished she would leave home already. I think this is so disgusting. Cosby walked into the bathroom today while her sister was getting dressed. Her sister, who is 15, screamed at her because she thought that Cosby, seeing her naked, would think of her girlfriend. I mean, how could someone think something like this about their own sister? I asked Cosby about her coming out to her parents' story. She said when she told them, they said that they would love her no matter what, as long as she was happy. I don't get how someone could go from I would always love you no matter what you or who you date to I don't want you in my house or I think you're such a pervert. She said that her mother stopped hugging her, that no one looks at her the same way anymore. Poor girl. She said that she wished she'd never come out to them. She regrets coming out. But if I know that girl as I think I do, I don't think she would have been able to live with the lie, with hiding who she really was from her own family. Cosby and I talked about her grandparents today. Both grandparents immigrated from Israel. Her grandpa started his own business. They had children and continued to grow the business. I think it had something to do with gas or oil or gas station or something or the other. Anyway, whatever it was, They made a killing with it, then sold it for millions. With the money from the sales, the grandparents set up a trust fund for Cosby and her siblings. Cosby's dad was made trustee of all the money until the kids turned 21 and 25. The dad got his share of the loot too, though. Cosby's mother loves living the high life. She gets all kinds of plastic surgeries done. The mom has a personal trainer who visits their home. I didn't want to say anything, but I kind of find it strange that the trainer only visits when their dad is not home, and Cosby's mom bans everyone from entering the gym. Cosby said that before COVID, everyone would have to leave the house when the mom had a session scheduled with her trainer. Anyways, it's not my business. I have more important things to think about than if some rich woman I don't know and will never meet is having an affair. I say never meet because Cosby already told me that her family are very racist. Remote learning is kicking my ass and getting harder by the day. Dealing with kids and their parents at the same time is a damn nightmare. Anyways, it's been real, but until next time, this woman is off to shut eye country. XOXO, May 4th, 2020. Dear Diary, my weekends and weekdays are now blended into one. I am working where I live and living where I work. I sit in my living room for the greater part of the day in front of my computer talking to the children, for the most part. This goes on nonstop for a few hours. Not that I'm complaining, but that stuff is exhausting in itself. I think I am beginning to understand the surveillance effect, though. I have parents in, or in the case of this one kid, both parents watching me all day. The messed up part is that they are not just watching and listening, they're also butting in when they are not needed, for God's sake. Then my workday is over and I find myself sitting in a different part of my living room staring at the desk I was camped out in for hours earlier. Sometimes I think I hear those kids screaming and yelling even after I shut the computer off. Anyway, enough about that. Today I got some great news from Cosby. She said that her parents was letting her leave home soon. She said that she and her sister got into a fight. She pulled her sister's hair and her parents was livid. They allowed her to book her flight today. She's returning to the city in a few weeks and she can't wait. I'm happy for her. She sounds like each day comes with a new torture. Cosby and I have only spoken on the phone and through the chat. But we talk about meeting in person once this virus thing is over. Maybe in the next few weeks. I feel like Cosby and I are developing a really good friendship. We still talk every day. She's opening up to me more and more each time we talk. Today she told me about her friend from cheerleading who died. She blames herself for the accident. I don't think it's her fault or that she could have done anything to prevent it, but it's something that she has to work out and believe on her own, I think. I reached out to Ruby today, but did not hear back from her. I think she was busy. I think she's also planning on moving to another state. I finally talked to my mother today also. I think she's scared about the virus, but she said that her pastor is praying for the island. So far, the virus is not on the island yet. And I'm staying positive that the people of the island take precaution. I was looking at the news earlier while talking to Cosby. They just threw dead people in the back of freezer trucks. They are not even having funerals for people right now. Cosby's nervous about her grandma, but she said everyone is being careful. But she did say that she was visiting the woman tomorrow, though. She also said that she and her girlfriend talked about getting engaged today. She's not ready to say yes yet, she told me. So she told her girl to ask her after she graduates. She also took a class with her girlfriend today. She sounded happy about that, even though she was complaining a lot about how the girlfriend was pushing her in class and calling her out to fix her form and stuff like that. It is a virtual class, and the woman has other clients in the room. I also don't know if it was as bad as Cosby said. I think they just miss each other a lot. Cosby kept going back to the engagement part of the conversation. She thinks her girlfriend would start looking for a ring before she even returned to the city. For her sake, I hope this is not the case. But I guess if it is, then they will just have to talk about it. I'm going to start spending some more time on my other writing. After my experience with COVID, I have faced death a few times before, like we know, which was, throughout my teenage years and early 20s. But this was different. I am better, but still, I get very tired by the end of the day. So, on that note, I'm gonna call it a night. So long for now, XOXO. June 4th, 2020. Dear Diary, I know it's been a month since we chatted, but by the end of the day, I'm so tired, so I don't even want to do anything else but just sit and stare. Ruby's doing good. She's still hurting, but she said she's all right. She is leaning on her family. I think her sister is helping her deal with her grief. I like Ruby. She's a good person. Even in her darkest hour, when she was dealing with the loss of her mother, she was still doing her best to be there for me. When I was going through my own stuff, as tired as I've been, I tried making time to check in on her at least a few times a week, though. Cosby's back in the city. She's so happy to be back, although she hasn't seen her girlfriend yet. Her dad made the trip with her to help her move her stuff into her new place. He's staying in the city for a week. He told her that while he's there, she's not to visit her girlfriend or have her woman visit her. I think it's mean that he's keeping them apart while he's in town. But thankfully, he will be gone soon and they can have as much time together as they want. However, in the meantime, this has to be torture. To be so close but still so far. She said that they are counting down the days. She already warned me that once her dad leaves, we might not talk for a few days because she will be too busy with her girlfriend. I don't blame her for that. And nope, I do not mind at all. In the meantime, here's to wishing that time apart would fly by with the blink of an eye. Sleep tight, world. XOXO.